Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win the Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
It's showtime.
Congratulations for being shit. Well done for being shit, and well done for being shit. What was going on there? Where was the teamwork? Where was the spirit? Where was the communication? And what the fuck was going on?
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I'm your host, Tommy, and next to me is my main man, Mr. Mikey, also known as the Apex Man. Happy Monday to you. Listen, I saw some comments already. This ain't going to be a Bobby Babish thing. Like I promise you. Like it wasn't even a Bobby Babish thing on Sunday night. You know, I there was one person commenting that he should be fired, but I don't think it's not his doing. This defense as a whole, right? So, but anyways, we'll get into that later on. Mikey. Not a lot to take away from that game, but a lot of bad, right? Not a lot of good. Let me take that back. Not a lot of good to take away from the game. There's a lot of bad, right? But like you said, and like everyone says, and like I say, it is a preseason game. Don't get too worked up about the score. That we lost. Like none of that matters. At the end of the day, none of that matters. What you want to see in preseason is player development. Players taking the next step, and some of these players that are trying to make a name for themselves and be on the 53. That is the disappointing part to me. I haven't seen it week 1 or week 2. Some players stood out in week 1 and week 2, but not enough for me to be happy about, right? So we'll see. Once again, these 2s and 3s, when are you ever going to see them as a whole unit, right? In a regular season game playing together? You're not, right? So I'm not overly, like I said, overly concerned. But there is some things that we do have some concerns, right? We do have some red flags possibly going into the season. And one of them, Mikey, is the safety room. And that was a concern last year. And it's a concern this year.
It's a bigger
and it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy to me, Mikey, that it was a concern to us last year. And it should have been a concern for them. And they didn't correct it or fix it or try really do anything in the offseason. They just put their eggs in all in one basket when it comes to Cole Bishop and his development. And I think they were banking on him staying healthy and taking a step forward in camp, learning from the position coaches and showing what he has in preseason. And unfortunately, he got hurt, didn't play week 1, or he played minimal, right? Something like that. And then
didn't play week 1.
Didn't play at all, right? Okay. And then week 2, he showed a little. I don't think he was terrible, but once again, I also don't think he played great.
Lapses.
So it's a concern, and Hamlin is who he is. And Hamlin is exactly who he is. There's no hiding it anymore, right? Like, and by the way, me and Mikey have never been, start Hamlin. Hamlin's the guy. Like, Hamlin's a great story. Unbelievable thing that happened. Everyone, of course, should still cheer him on and his career, whatever he does, in life moving forward, because that's unbelievable. But if we're talking about a starting safety, he is not, right? This is not what he is. He's a depth player who will probably leave the Buffalo Bills after this year. We said that last year, but probably leave after this year. And he will be rotating around the NFL, in my opinion. He will be a depth guy. He'll bounce to a couple teams.
He'll be a
So
special
that's
teams
how I
and
see it.
depth guy. He'll be a special teams and depth guy. Here's my biggest concern going into this year, and this is why I so badly wanted us to draft another safety. That's why I wanted Watt so bad. It was one of those things of Taylor Rapp has never been healthy in the final game of our season.
Nope.
He gets hurt more than anybody. And Bishop's a walking injury so far in the NFL.
Yeah.
So what made you think that those two guys would stay healthy for a full season?
Right. And what makes you think your depth was good enough to cover?
Like, go take Rapp's history.
Right.
Go back to when he was in LA.
Same
with the Rams. He was hurt there too.
Same thing.
It's wild that they were just so like, okay, these are going to be our two guys. And like Cam Lewis is a good jack of all trades, but you don't want him starting a bunch.
No.
Nope. DeMar's a great special teamer and a depth backup, but you don't want him starting a bunch.
Yep.
It's like,
I agree.
The fact that we didn't do anything else, we went and got Forrest, who for whatever reason gets 0 run.
Yeah, and I haven't seen much, haven't heard much in camp, haven't heard nothing really. I'm with you. Like
he didn't even get in until the fourth quarter last night.
I know.
And they started Codrington in the slot,
which was unbelievable. I don't understand that either. But they had their opportunity all season. They had their opportunity obviously through the draft. And listen, the savior out of all this might be Hancock. We talked about this before we went live. Hancock could wind up being maybe Christian Benford, right? Which what I mean by that is the savior to to Elam was Benford, and Hancock might be the savior to the pick for Bishop, right? Where all right, no harm, no foul, move on, Bishop. We finally got our safety. And Mikey, I was thinking about this defense as well. McDermott's defense, the defense he's ran since he got here. It worked early on, and I'll tell you why it worked early on. Because he got lucky with Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde that they winded up being really good together, working well, and they were the center. They were the defense back there. They talked. They you know what I mean. They talked together. They knew where to go. Like there was communication was on point with those two. It had when they aged, when they moved on, it has not been the same. That defense needs guys back there that are reliable. In order to fit McDermott's type of defense, you have to have those safeties on good communication, and we haven't had that. We've had so many blunders. So I don't know. I just feel like like I said, they put all their eggs in one basket with Bishop, hoping that he's going to work out this season or this offseason and be healthy.
We better hope he does.
You could see it. You could see it in McDermott's press conference last week when he was just like, you could tell, like you could read his body language, like, fuck, like I don't know what to do. Hamlin might be the guy week 1. Right? You know what I mean? Like
not after last night, he ain't.
No, I agree. I think Hancock should get it. I'll be honest with you.
At least Bishop made the tackle.
I agree with that too. Yeah, man, Hamlin's poor tackling. But at this point, the season will start
Hancock's
today.
Not ready yet, and you saw that last night against the back.
I agree, but my eyes tell me I would rather take him over Bishop. That's me.
We see that different. Yeah, we see that different.
That's fine. I think other people see the same, and some people don't. I agree with that. I'm on board with that. But I would start Hancock over him.
Yeah, there is no injury news on Hancock yet. As Scott says, we'll probably hear more about Hancock's injury. What he said last night was he was feeling better after the game. They were going to go do some images on his shoulder to make sure everything was good.
Yeah. Something with this.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing. Where was it? Someone said, whatever Hoyt was on this offseason, give that to everyone on the team. Hoyt's played really well.
He has.
I'm going to be, once he gets back in 6 weeks, I'll be excited to see what he can actually do with the first team.
Yeah. You're absolutely, like, you're right. There is some play, like, he's one of those guys that I feel like his energy was like, is what I want to see, right?
Like he felt it last night.
It was felt. Yeah, exactly. Like he brought it, right? And by the way, we only have 1 sack and the 2 preseason games. Like, this is miserable. And it was him. It was his sack, right? So
yeah, he took the tight end, pushed him into the quarterback, and tackled them both.
Right. So I'm with you. I didn't hate the signing at all. Once I saw film on him, once I realized he's kind of a jack of all trades, you can kind of put him all over the field a little bit there on the line. I like that. Right now, will McDermott do that? We'll see. That's a whole another thing. But that is an interesting player to watch for when he returns. No doubt about it. He could help a lot, right? When he comes back, for sure.
Listen, Justin Simmons seems like too good to be true right now.
It's odd, unless he's wanting more money than teams are willing to pay. That could be the thing.
We saw Matt Judon get signed today.
Yes, to the Dolphins.
We saw Xavier Howard get signed today to the Colts.
Oh, did he? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Okay, good for X. Good. Interested to see where his career is now when he gets back.
Yeah,
because he was a hell of a player early on in his career.
So you saw a couple free agents.
So you never know. Yeah, maybe he does a 1-year deal. Yeah. See, I listen, and I would do it if I'm Brandon Beane. You got to have somebody back there that has seen the game for a while. You can't fuck around. You can't go into the season again messing around, and that's a very important position.
Well, first off, Bishop's not a free safety. He's too big to be a free safety. He doesn't have the range to be a free safety.
Right.
You know what I mean? To play that role. So why not sign Simmons or one of those free agents and put him there and then let Rapp and Bishop rotate? Because neither one of them stay healthy all year long. So if you have two of them there, maybe one of two turns into one.
I'm with you. And listen, who cares? You sign him 1-year deal. Like, there will be some people like, oh, it's stupid 1 year, like older player, like guys.
We do that every year.
Right. It's fine. We need right now. I don't care. We need a plug-in. Yeah, and we need a plug-in. Like we absolutely do.
Deal.
Exactly. So look, sometimes you got to do that to better the team for the year until you find that player to fill that position. Right now, obviously, like I said, it ain't working with the guys we got back there right now. So I don't think they're going to.
It's wild. We were having the same conversation about middle linebacker a few years ago.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And
I'm
then season kicked off. Like we were like, oh, who's going to be the linebacker? Everyone's hurt. We've never seen them. We don't know what they're going to be. And then Bernard looked really good.
Well, Dorian Williams, right?
No,
when he stepped
Bernard.
up for Milana.
No,
but Williams last year also we were concerned when Williams stepped in for Milano.
I'm saying when Tremaine left.
The year before that, yes. Yeah, I agree.
Tremaine left,
and it was super.
All the middle linebackers were hurt all preseason. We're like, who's going to be the middle linebacker? Crap, we don't know. We were hoping it was going to be Dorian at middle right away, and they put in Bernard, and Bernard was great. That's what you're hoping for with this safety room, is Bishop goes out there week 1 and is really good.
And he just figures it out. I don't know if that's going to happen. And that in itself was health. Will he stay healthy? You know what I mean? That's another thing. Even if he does play well, right? Let's say he does play well for the first few games. Can he stay even on the field the remainder of the season? That's the other thing. You know what I mean? When it comes to Bishop, so it's like, okay, no, I know, but I'm saying we're talking about Bishop now. So let's say Bishop was, played really good, and we're like, oh shit, okay, yeah, there you go, Bishop. And then week 3, he's already out. You know what I mean? Now we're right back to the DeMar Hamlin coming in. You know what I mean? Like, and is that possible? Yeah, it's very possible because Bishop is constantly hurt, it seems like. So I don't know, man. It's very frustrating.
It's too early, Scott, to have that concern. People do get better as the season goes. If the playoffs start tomorrow, I'm with you. That I'm not overly fond of our depth. Now, will Dorian get better? Will Hancock get better? Will Andreessen get better? Will a lot of these guys get better as the season goes? Most likely, because the more time on task, they usually get better. So it's one of those things. I'm not overly concerned about that now. Like, I would like to just have all of our starters for the playoffs just once.
Right. Hopefully, we don't need to use our depth at all.
That'd be nice.
But that is rare, Mikey. You know what I mean? You're going to have to use them some point of the season, and that's why they're there. It's a brutal sport, right? So very rare teams just are healthy for most of the season, right? Like it just doesn't happen a lot. So we need these guys because they're going to see some time eventually during the season, right? What our hope for is when the playoffs start, we got a complete full lineup of our starters and we're good to go, right?
Yep.
But during the season, it could matter because you're talking about playoff seeding and all that other stuff. So we need these guys to step up when needed. And we're a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit nervous on some of these guys that we have that are like Buffalo Joe is second, behind Bernard, and
which I don't think so anymore. I bet you it's Shaq.
I hope because his pass coverage, listen, and there's no knock on it. I'm not knocking him as a young player, but he needs work. He needs work, and he's young, and I believe that he has the mindset to put in the work and get better at his craft. But right now, we can't be fucking around with that, right? You know what I mean? So I agree with you, and I think it should be Shaq if it's smart. That's a smart decision.
Jason comes in and says secondary is playing prevent defense like usual last night. Not really. I know Scott says it as well. We actually blitzed a ton last night because we couldn't get home with 4 at all. We had 0 pressure with 4. I mean, granted, we started our second and third team, last night. So we didn't go in like none of our starters. A lot of our second string didn't play last night. So it didn't surprise me but we just didn't have the coverage skills on the back end when we ran man. Like they were getting burned. Like Dane Jackson got beat. Like is always 2 steps behind.
Dane looked terrible. Like terrible. He was okay when he was here last time. I never thought he was that. Like he regressed. There's no doubt about it. He regressed.
Remember the Micah Hyde pick?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Dane was 2 steps behind on that one too. Micah was just amazing. It was amazing.
Absolutely. If he didn't make that play, it's a touchdown.
Micah erased so much of the bad play.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's why that defense of McDermott worked early on. You got to have the right players in place for that defense to kind of work that way. At least be somewhat, respectful. You know what I mean? Where offenses can't totally shred you up. But right now, man, they are just picking their poison. And they're picking it right at the guys like Bishop and Hamlin and our linebackers. They're attacking us at our weakest points of the defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scott, not a ton of penetration. You saw flashes last night. Obviously, you saw Hoyt get in. You saw Walker a little bit. You saw Sanders on a few plays. But the other DNs, Landon Jackson has looked lost.
Nothing. Yeah, I
haven't seen Solomon do anything.
Nothing. And that's a real disappointment.
Yeah, I was excited about what he was doing year 2, and I've seen nothing. You didn't see anything from Carter.
Nope.
Like it's been bad.
I've seen no pass rush, real we're getting to it. Like getting home, you know what I mean? Where it looks good. You know what I mean? Like it just is not working. Like I'm looking at other defenses, man, and their guys are just getting home. They're making plays. Like our guys are they're just not making plays. Like plain and simple.
Difficult. Everything looks difficult.
Everything looks, and bro, it seems like the quarterback has a ton of time back there. You know what I mean? Like just a ton of time. Got to fix that.
That's a good question. In fact, our feelings. He keeps trying to take the wide turn rather than going through the guy's chest. And he's leaving lanes open for the quarterback to get out, and like he's hurting the team when he's out there.
He has a lot of work to do. I mean, he has a lot of work. Like you want to talk about a project player? Whew, that's him, Landon Jackson. And I right now I wouldn't honestly. I don't know if he'll work out as a pro because from what I've seen early on, it just doesn't seem like he just doesn't have it, man. Like I just don't see it. Now, could that change? Of course it could. But right now, I don't see it, man. And him, and it's too bad because we were kind of hyped up early on when we was drafting him, because of his athletic ability, right? Like this dude is
ceiling.
His ceiling, and he's athletic. He's a freak, like athlete, but he's not. That's my point too. He's not really showing it. Like. That he's a freak athlete. I feel like he's kind of getting abused out there by offensive linemen. So he needs to work with whoever he needs to work with and get better at his craft because he won't be in the NFL long if he keeps playing like that. I promise you that, man.
Jason says in my Randy Jackson voice. It's just okay for me,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, it's okay for me, dog.
Yeah, it's okay for me. That's gotta be a no for me, dog. Gotta be
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
It's wild, like how it was last night, and it's not even just last night because like our starters haven't played much at all.
No,
Like, at all this
no, not at
preseason.
all.
And I think that's part of the reason why there's so much concern is because we haven't seen much good football.
It is, and I think that's that may be another thing too. Like normally, I mean, I don't remember a preseason where Josh didn't play at least a series.
Not since the COVID year.
Exactly. So I mean, it's been a long time. Like, and listen, I'm not totally against. I get it, right? Like you got to be real careful, and I get the injuries are kind of piling up on the team and stuff. But okay, Josh sits. But what about the other guys? What about Keon Coleman, who didn't have the greatest year last year? We need to see some improvement. Get him out there. Like, get him some reps going. What are we doing here? Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of guys I feel like need some reps. That need to take.
Get it. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it in the preseason game 3. That's when it's all backups.
No, it's over with then. Yeah, it's third and fourth string. Like, it's just disappointing. I really thought he would play at least. You know what's odd? He played our guys in the first game. Some of our starting players. Yeah. Like, so what? Like, very confusing.
He played him in the first game because it was the only home game we had, and they wanted to do it at home.
But I don't care about that.
And then they came out and talked about it, and they said, and then yesterday we had the joint practice where we had a 2-hour like joint practice with the Bears, and where all of our starters played a bunch, so they didn't play any of them. Like Cam Lewis didn't play last night. Like we benched a bunch of our second string guys.
I mean, look, hey, if they're seeing something and they're happy with the product they're seeing in camp and these joint practice, okay. I really hope I hope what they're seeing transitions over to week 1. Right? You get what I'm saying? Like, I hope there's no rust with Josh. I hope there's no. The other thing.
Week 1, we got.
I mean, Elijah Moore's out there dropping passes. Palmer hasn't really. I haven't seen anything with Palmer and Allen. Yeah, like it's like, but once again, I get it. He's not going to be playing with Mr. Trubisky, but I still want to see something, right? Like, but if they're seeing it in the camp, they're seeing it in the joint practice. If Josh Allen and Palmer have a connection, okay, I better see it week 1, because if they don't, I'm going to go back to this preseason and go, why didn't they at least play in the second game for at least a quarter with Palmer and Allen and Coleman, just to kind of get the flow going? Because I remember a couple years ago, Allen said, I like kind of like preseason. It's kind of like a warm up for me. And remember that?
And this preseason, he said he didn't need to take any snaps.
Yeah, well, you know what? Like I said, if he feels
said it, McDermott said it. It's up to Josh.
Yeah, if he feel like I said, look, I'm not knocking him if he feels that way, but I hope come week 1, for the first 4 weeks, we're not sitting here talking about, man, what's our identity? Like, oh man, our offense can't find their way. You know what I mean? Like, our defense can't find their. Then we will dial back and go back to preseason and go, man, maybe these guys should have played at least a quarter. You know what I'm saying? If we're in a funk, if we come out firing all cylinders and we look sharp, to start out the gate, okay, cool. We're all wrong. I'm wrong.
This is year 9 of McDermott. Have we ever looked sharp out the gate?
No.
Even playing the guys in preseason, have they ever looked sharp out the gate?
Only one time. The Rams.
One time in 9 years they looked sharp out the gate.
Yeah, and we lost against Pittsburgh the year after we
lost against the Jets.
We looked like shit against the Cardinals.
Yeah,
we lost against the Jets. You're right, with Zach Wilson beating us. Not even Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers out of the game. You thought we had that game. Oh, that's it. We got it. Nope.
It's wild.
Yeah, it is wild.
Jessica, I'm glad I feel the same way. I regained my composure after yesterday as well. It's one of those things.
Yeah, you got to.
Mr. Fulton's in the house.
Oh, man.
I wish you luck, buddy. I'll be perfectly honest. I have no tips for you.
Yeah,
we're not. I'm not one of those that's gonna get up on the stage and do things. No. But no. I wish you luck, buddy. That's not me. Did Walker show you anything last night? Yeah, I thought Walker played well. Tommy hasn't seen much from Walker, but I've watched Walker, and I think Walker's played the best of all of the rookies.
No, I disagree. I think Hancock's played better than Walker.
And we can agree to disagree on that.
That's fine, but I think he has. I think TJ Sanders has played okay. I think he's on the same level as Walker. I think they both have made some, plays here and there, gotten to the quarterback. TJ Sanders in the first game, he almost got the sack, but it is what it is. But I thought he was getting good penetration to the quarterback. I thought Walker looked pretty good his first game, got the batted pass. Second game, I thought he looked okay too. But once again, I'm not overly excited. And that could change this preseason. I get it, right? These guys are still young and still ripe. They're going to need more time to develop. So I'm just saying I didn't see any rookie really truly flash where I'm like, oh, this is the guy. Like, you can go around the league, and I talked to you about the other day about Tesla. You know what I mean? I'm just naming one guy off the top of my head. There's other players right now that are kind of standing out as rookies. I haven't really seen that from nobody that truly, truly stood out. We're like, whoa, we got something here. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. And maybe that can happen. Maybe I'm just, I want something to happen real fast, and that's just not always the case. But there is players around the league. There is rookies that are making a name for themselves. I just wish that one of our players would have just, you know what I mean? We were like, man, that guy has, that guy's something. That guy could be something. And I haven't seen it in this preseason. Okay. That's all. I'm not saying they're bad though. Like, I don't want you to get it twisted. I don't want the chat to be like, oh, Tommy says every player sucks on the. I'm not saying that.
That's exactly
I'm just saying,
what I'm hearing you say.
No, absolutely. You didn't really? Come on.
No,
stop. No. You know that.
That's exactly. Tommy says all of our rookies suck. Brandon Bean doesn't know how to draft. We should sign him to a new 10-year extension. That's what I just heard Tommy say.
Now you're gonna add me giving McDermott an extension too. Huh?
Bean McDermott need a new 10-year extension. That's what I just heard Tommy say.
Yeah. I'm fucking wasted then. I'm on some. You got to check me into the hospital then. If I start talking that mess.
Yeah, get off my lawn says, who do you think is going to get cut and who do you think survives cut day? We'll do, do you want to do it on Friday, our 53 man?
We would
or do you
want
to do it next Monday?
We would do it Monday.
Next Monday? Okay, we're going to do it next Monday because then I think it's only Tuesday, right? Next Tuesday is the cut day. So we'll do it Monday. Then I think Tuesday or Wednesday is the cut day. So we'll do our 53 next week.
Now there'll be probably a player or two cut before Tuesday. They usually start to cut someone, or put somebody on IR, or like a, season ending IR buyout crap.
There's
we'll
a bunch of guys getting cut. Bunch of guys that played yesterday getting cut.
Absolutely.
Gore played well outside of the fumble.
Yep, I thought he did too. I thought he played well the first game.
He did.
Honestly, I thought Gore. Listen, Gore's a lot like his dad. He's a north to south runner.
Not flashy.
Yeah, he's not flashy, north to south, but he's a bruiser, and you could keep giving him the rock, but he needs to hold the ball. Right? That was a hell of a play, by the way, though. That defender. Sometimes you got to give the defense their credit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Moore could get cut.
I know.
I don't
crazy.
see it, but he could.
I really thought.
Yeah, something like that, Jason.
I really thought Moore had the opportunity.
And we don't know. We don't know what Moore is because they said Moore looked great in practice with Josh. And we haven't seen Josh.
And Josh even gave him credit, and Palmer. But once again, that's I'm just hearing that.
We haven't because Josh isn't playing, so we have no idea.
We have no idea
what these guys are.
But he still fumbled. He still dropped passes last night. Yeah. I don't care who your quarterback is. You have the football coming at you. It's in your hands. You got to make that play. I don't give a shit if it's Josh or anybody else.
All the guys dropped passes last night. We dropped so many balls last night. God, right? Buffalo Joe couldn't cover a coworker. It was horrible.
I like this guy's name
last night. Yeah,
Buffalo Joel. it's so funny. Yeah, man. Is he going to remain Buffalo Joe? By the way, are you getting tired of that name, or you're going to stick with the Buffalo Joe? Are we sticking with Buffalo Joe?
I hope I don't have to call his name at all.
Can we just call him Joe Andrews? Yeah, I mean, listen, good kid. And I once again, I'm not
but
saying
as
he's
a
gonna be
backup,
bad, but
I don't want to see him.
and neither do I. And he has work to do. Like he just has a lot of work to do. I think.
As a UDFA, you would think he would. So.
Yeah, you're right.
A small school UDFA at that.
I'm with you. Yep.
You know. Hopefully McDermott is on that cut list. Yeah, Callie, it ain't happening, brother. McDermott ain't gonna be on that cut list.
Yeah, I wish, man. Nope. He's
no
running
show
out in
Joe
that new
is what
stadium.
we're gonna call him. No show Joe.
no show Joe. Right.
Yes, he will be cut.
Yes,
it's gonna. The 3 tight ends are gonna be Kincaid, Knox, and Haas.
Yep. Yeah, they're
Latu,
not cut.
that drop last night was brutal from Latu.
That was exactly.
It was
that was
and Davidson, honestly, he should be cut tomorrow.
He's played terrible. Terrible.
This is where he looked good last preseason until he got hurt.
He did too. You're right.
Man,
I thought he had some play.
Terrible this preseason. Same with Vandermark.
Nice.
Vandermark looked terrible last night.
RVD's looked bad for the first 2 games. He has not looked. I don't know what he's regressed. Like some players have take a step backwards. I don't get it.
He was good last year.
And you would think that's my point, Mikey. You would think players like that, like RVD, that they know, man, dude, my job's on the line here. I need to prove myself here in this preseason. And you're getting the opportunity, and you don't show up, and you make mistakes. And bro, multiple offsides, like you know what I mean? Multiple penalties. How are you gonna do 2 offsides in a row? You can't do that, Mikey. It won't last. You won't last in the league. You're getting penalties like that.
Then he was getting beat by second.
You're getting beat on top.
Teamers.
Yes, like, bro, like that's my point about some of these guys.
Tylen Grable's the swing tackle last year.
I don't mind Grable. I don't mind Grable at all.
The problem is he's in concussion protocol, so he's not playing.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't see him last night. Scott says, "Can we discuss McDermott's performance and should we keep him as our coach?" No, we cannot. I'm not getting Tommy started. I'm not getting Tommy started on that.
Scott knew what he was doing there.
It's not going to change nothing. He's going to be here. He's going to be here next year too. So just
I'll still do my rants this year, Scott. Don't worry. I'll have videos.
Yeah,
when we fuck up.
Andreessen is terrible. You need to find better. He needs a serious improvement. Here's the thing. I think Andreessen's going to be linebacker 3. Like at Mike, because I think Shaq is going to be the backup. And he's fine. Like Andreessen's good on special teams. He's a young player, cheap contract who played decent last year. He's limited in a certain aspect. You know what? So was Balin Spector. So was AJ Klein. So was a bunch of other guys.
Yep.
Yep. The difference is he's veteran or he's league minimum right now, and it's a cheap contract who can play special teams.
Yep.
So that's what we're gonna see. But man, does he bite every time on play action? So bad. The Bills go to Dave and Buster's. I think so.
I don't know where they went, but they didn't go to a football game. I don't know who the hell that was.
They practiced Friday. They had the joint practice Friday, and then they played Sunday night. Like what they did in Chicago on freaking Saturday night, I have no idea.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, I have no idea.
Why wasn't there more?
I haven't seen any game plan. They didn't do shit.
There's been no cuts yet because we have to get through the week 3 preseason game, and we need all the guys we can get because none of our first or second team guys are going to be playing.
Right, they're going to need all those camp
bodies.
3 and 4 camp bodies to play the final game. So
yeah, I'll be interested to see what he has left. Because he didn't play last year.
He did not.
No. And because he was dealing with the knee injury. If he comes back and he's healthy, like Xavier Howard was really good.
Dude, he was a beast at one point.
Yeah, he was really good. So I'll be interested to see what he has. He's better man than zone. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of defense that's being run in Indianapolis.
Yeah, but to your point, he's been out a while. That rust may show up, that rust may show up because it doesn't matter how much you're training all season.
And he didn't get any preseason or any.
That's what I mean.
Any training camp. So and he missed all of last year. So that's like what? Probably has like 18, 19 months of no real football activity.
Yeah, it's a long
20 months of no activity because he got hurt the year before that too. And he was in and out of the lineup. So it's been a couple years since he's been the actual X.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's, if they didn't sign him to a big deal or guaranteed money, it's a lottery ticket. Can't win if you don't play.
Exactly.
The 5 regular season games coming up are going to be interesting with the defense.
This may be a season again where we're just going to really have to rely on the offense and hopefully turnovers. It might be one of those.
Hopefully
things
the defense gets better as the season goes. That's what you're hoping.
I hope, with the additions, like you said, with Hoyt, with Bosa, there is some additions we haven't really seen.
The young guys with Sanders and Walker, and hopefully Harrison comes back and gets healthy.
Rousseau,
do some stuff.
Rousseau maybe takes another step forward. Ed Oliver still at who he is. I think Ed Oliver's. Yeah, I would say Ed Oliver's reached the ceiling. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think Ed Oliver's where he's at as a player. I don't think he's going to go any higher as far as that goes. That's my opinion. I think we've seen the best of Ed Oliver, and Ed Oliver's good, but you need a one tech next to him.
If we get 2 years ago, Ed, that's a good Ed because he had 8 or 9 sacks. Like if we get that version of Ed, that's great. Sure. I don't want last year's version of Ed.
No, but he had moments. That's the thing. It's weird. Ed Oliver, he's just not consistent enough, right? And you got to be consistent if you're getting paid like that. Right, if you want to be considered one of the better defensive tackles, but it's just not. He's just not consistent enough, and it's really not all his fault. We've talked about this. He needs a true one tech next to him. We have not provided that. The times we have, he looked good. The times we haven't, he tends to struggle.
Me and McDermott do that though, because let's take Carter for example. Carter's not a one tech.
No,
Carter's a penetrating 3 tech coming out of college. And
forcing
we haven't played him there. We forced these guys. AJ Epinesa, he was a 285-pound defensive end.
Dropped the weight.
That we made him drop too much weight and it stunted his growth.
Yeah, messed him up.
We didn't. We drafted him to be something that he wasn't.
I agree. Yeah, I mean that's a McDermott thing now, right? You're putting guys out of place. Maybe he gets lucky here and there, and a guy works out, and he has been right. There's been some cases of that. But for the most part, I mean, a lot of these guys are also, a lot of these guys get hurt though, injured, playing out, playing out of position.
Outside linebacker, and they moved him inside.
Yeah, you're right.
He played outside in college.
I'm with you.
Moved him inside.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Like we got lucky with Milano. Milano was a safety turned linebacker.
I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. There's some luck, but he's always there. He's always hurt at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's like. Here we go.
Dion was a guard turned tackle.
Right. Now that was a good what they did there. But once again though, he hit some, but there's a lot of misses there. A lot.
Mm-hmm. We've hit more on the depth. I've noticed we missed more on the higher picks and we've hit more on the lower picks.
It seemed like except for Josh and Edmonds, because I'm going to still consider Edmonds a good pick. And you're right, and Torrance. But I'm talking about first round, right? Torrance wasn't a first round. Torrance second. I'm talking about if we're talking about round 1, I would say right now but I guess second round is also considered early. So yeah, you're right. Torrance, James Cook. We can call James Cook a hit, right?
Yep.
Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds, Ed Oliver,
Sabo.
I'm going to call Ed Oliver. I don't even know. What do you think? Top 10.
Ed Oliver's a hit. He's a hit.
He would have been. You know what the thing is? He would have been drafted by any. He was considered a highly. We didn't reach or anything. We
considered it was a steal for us to get him where we got him.
When we got him, yeah. And I just thought he was going to be a little bit
Trey
better,
White,
but that's okay.
Yep. Trey was a hit.
Trey in 2017. That's correct. Yep. Trey was
a hit. Dion was a hit because he was a second round.
Dawkins. Yep.
Yep. So Spencer Brown is a third, which is a day 2. He hit.
Yeah,
we've had some hits, we've had some misses, but we've hit on more of the
Was Bernard a third round? I think Bernard was third.
Bernard was a third round. Yep.
There you go. So you're gonna have to count him. Count him in there as well.
We took Bernard instead of Parham.
Oh,
I wanted Dylan Parham.
I do. Yes, I do. So you know what? We kind of got to backtrack. Then he's had some. So then he's had some success early on as well. He hasn't been perfect, but I keep telling people there's players on here that have worked out in the draft. But Mikey's point to that is we haven't had that except for Josh Allen that true explosive playmaking pick, except for maybe James Cook.
That all pro.
Right. I mean, maybe James Cook is heading in that direction. Maybe he's not all pro, but he's a pro bowler, but he could be.
You know who else is headed that way is Benford.
He needs a little work, but I like his attitude. I love the guy's attitude.
The dude's been locked down. He's been a top 5 corner the last 2 years.
Really? Yeah,
he's just
I have him in the top 10.
He's just not there. Like no, by numbers wise, like actual.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah,
he's a top 5 corner the last 2 years. The problem is he gets hurt in the biggest games and he's not there.
Yeah, it's a problem though. Yeah, it's a big problem. I see Torrance eventually, being one of those guys that we talk about going, bam, great pick. Spencer Brown, my only concern is how long he's going to be in the league for. But right now, it's a great pick. He's one of the better tackles in the NFL. So, like I said, how long can he last with his back problem? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he'll get past his first contract that we gave him, in my opinion, his extension. I think that his back problem will probably start to get worse.
If we can get through that first extension, that's a solid pick.
It's a great,
you've had
no problem.
You've got 2 contracts out of the guy.
Absolutely, you know what I mean? I have no problem with that.
That's a really that's a good return on your investment. That's a good ROI right there.
Absolutely.
We just need to get him through the second contract, and we'll be good.
gotta get him through that.
Yep. DMX asks, "Is McDermott on the hot seat?" No.
I know.
For the fans, yes. For the owner, no.
Absolutely for the fans. I would say it's fit. Is it 50-50 or is it 60-40 now? The fans are 60-40. You think so? Okay. Yeah.
And now
there's a lot of supporters.
You're starting to hear some of the media talk about how they think he should be on the hot seat.
They say it every year. I've heard that talk, and I don't even at this point, like you said, Mikey, it's not going to happen. I don't want to. It's kind of just, and I'm going to bitch and complain this year. I'm sure at some point. I'm sure I'm going to do a McDermott needs to go video again. But at the end of the day, Mikey's correct, and I've actually said this for 2 years now. McDermott will be there when the new stadium opens. It's going to happen.
You said that since he was at the presser.
Yes,
breaking ground.
With the gold
that guaranteed him he's going to be there.
That guaranteed it. Yeah, you think they're going to just exit that picture out, erase that picture? That picture's up like on the fucking wall somewhere in Pagula's office.
Yeah,
they're just going to erase it, put a marker on it, put the new coach face over it. No, he's the guy. He's coming out on that stadium week 1 or preseason. Like he'll be the guy. So
it's the house that Josh built.
Yeah, learn to love it.
Delphi Lawn says 1 tech, 2 tech, A gap, B gap. I don't understand any of that, and that's fine. Some people are X's and O's, and some people aren't. And like we're not an X's and O's podcast.
Nope.
If you really want a good X's and O's podcast, go over to see Cover 1. They do an excellent job.
They will break it down for you.
They even have, I think Greg and team even do a football 101 that will teach you all those little tidbits. Yeah. They do a fantastic job over there. So if you ever really want to learn that stuff, go see them. They'll be more than happy to teach you.
Exactly.
Either do the Bills based on last night. Yeah, it's wild. Weston, our resident Chiefs buddy. So who's watching how much of switch cheese the Bengals D is? God, the Bengals D is so bad.
So I'm glad he brought up the Bengals.
Their defense. That's what we looked like last night with the Bengals.
Absolutely. So as you know, it's still float. It's exactly. It's still floating out there. The Hendrickson talk.
Right?
All right. Obviously, it's the Bengals are now. I think the Bengals kind of are at a point, Mikey, where they're going to have to make a move, like meaning trade them.
They're gonna have to move them.
They have to. They.
Did you hear what they wanted?
No, tell me.
So they said they wanted a young player and a first-round pick. He doesn't have to be a young DN. It can be they just want a young player and a first-round pick.
We got that. We got plenty of young players in the first round.
That's what they're asking for.
Make it happen, man. Like I don't think it will, and this is a pipe dream, obviously. But look, they have to move on from him, right? At this point, you signed your rookie, you got that deal done, so you got his replacement in house. He clearly doesn't want to play there. He wants, he feels like you did him dirty, whatever. Okay, it's time to move on. Gain yourself some draft capital. Get yourself a young player in return as well, and everybody's happy, right? The only thing is, I don't know if, even if we think we have some kind of play for it, I don't think they would, one, deal with us, right? I just don't know. Why would they do that? But I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't see it. And the most important thing, guys, Bean just doesn't trade often for players. He'll trade a player. He'll get rid of some of ours. That could happen.
He'll bring in a rental player, but he doesn't trade for guys that he resigns.
Yeah, but I mean, I could see Bean trading a player of ours, right, just for a draft, 5th round, 6th round. I can see that. He's done that multiple times.
Here's my question for you.
Yeah.
What young player are you willing to give up?
Oh God, you consider AJ Epinesa young? I give up him for sure. Right, and you're knocking a little bit of the cap. He's young, bro. Come on. Now, how young are they talking about? 2-year young? I mean,
here's a question.
Solomon. I give him Solomon.
Would you give up Landon Jackson?
Yes.
Landon Jackson at first for him?
Yep. I answered that pretty quick, right?
Yeah, yes. Did.
I give him Carter. I give him a lot of our. I'll be honest with you.
I give him Carter and Landon Jackson.
I would. I give him Landon. I give him Carter. I give him Solomon if they want a Solomon. If they feel like this, Solomon's intriguing. Maybe they see something in Solomon and go, you know what? You know what I mean? Yeah, he's on a rookie deal still.
They said it didn't have to be a DM. That's why I was asking.
Well, I know. I'm just throwing different and shit. Even if they want one of our receivers that we're going to cut, right? Maybe I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe more. You know what I mean? Because Shavers, at this point, I'm on the fence. I don't know if I want Shavers or more if they're keeping 5. You get what I mean? Like,
here's the thing.
I'm on the fence there.
I think Shavers needs to make the team regardless. And I'm leaning, let's just put freaking Samuel on IR and keep more too. Because I haven't seen anything from Samuel.
No, nothing. That's turning out to be a terrible signing. Terrible signing. Guy can't stay healthy. Guy can't produce. He came on a little bit at the end, but so what? Didn't really matter in the playoffs. Didn't do shit for us. Mm-hmm. It's an expensive one. I mean, this is costing us some money, and there's no way out of it. Like, that's the worst part. It's not like we can cut him. No way out this year. No, that's what I mean. This year, like, we got to keep him. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna get hit, and no one's gonna trade for him. Who wants a guy that's can't even see the field? So we're kind of stuck with him this year. Like, and you're right. I would consider IR.
Unless we can get him in the deal for someone like,
and maybe they cut him. Maybe they figure it out
to help offset contracts type of deal.
Exactly, and they find a way out. Like, they could cut him, or or a three-team deal. They cut him. I mean, there is ways to do the maneuvering, and I'm sure I'm going to tell you guys. I'm sure Brandon Beane has at least entertained the idea for Hendrickson. I'm sure he got on the phone, and at least saw, talk to their GM. I would think, right? Like, I mean, why not? You got to at least get a feel for, okay, all right, they're asking for a first and a right? Like, let me crunch the numbers. I'm sure of it, right? And maybe he said, nope, too rich for my blood. I got to do this. Just to, you know what I mean? And then I got to do the extension. Like, maybe that's the holdup, right? Maybe that's the ultimate holdup when it comes to Henderson. But I would do it, and I would make it work. Like, you got to, man. You just have to. Like, listen, I the whole all-in thing, at this point, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not saying go all in, like, just totally get crazy with the cap, but I'm in all-in mode. I'm going to be real with you. I'm starting to become in the all-in mode. Not saying do stupid shit, but guys, like, this thing that we're on right now, this pace we're on, where we're winning the East, and every year it eventually is going to run its course. Like, you're going to have to eventually take it. There's going to have to be a point.
Josh is closing in on 30.
And Josh is prime. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to come a point where you have to just make that decision. I mean, the Rams did it, and they bounced right back. You know what I mean? The Eagles did it. They bounced right back. It can work if you do it right. You know what I mean? So Beane's going to have to eventually come to that conclusion where, like, you know what? I'm going to have to start making some decisions.
Well, he tried it. He tried it with the Vaughn signing, and it just didn't work.
He did. You're right. He did try it once, but that doesn't mean you just give up. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm with you.
Okay.
I think he, and I don't know if he thinks that the Bosa signing is that going all in, but man, you now if you have Groot, Bosa, and Hendrickson as a 3-headed monster coming
Holy
off the
shit,
edge,
dude. Are you kidding me? Dude, with
that'd be
Henderson
great.
starting, Bosa coming in as even rotational, you keep him fresh. Are you kidding me? That would be that'd be electric.
I'm even
you
okay
get them
with
all three on the field at sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like really cause havoc.
Groot coming off the bench.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't give a
Absolutely.
crap.
No,
Rotate
mix
him.
it up. Have all three. Why not have all three? Get exotic looks. Of course. I see teams do it all the time. Like, you could do that with that type of talent. You know what I mean? And at the same time, you rest Joey Bosa has limited action. He's fresh for the playoffs. No, he's not dinged up. Like, bro, and then you got Hendrickson who's in his prime still. I mean, like, that would be unbelievable. That would change the game for the defense. Absolutely. Now you're putting real pressure,
Who can win
getting home. Right, getting home. Now we're talking, because that would make up for the back end, right? The safeties. Now, because now the quarterback needs to get rid of it quicker or throw the ball away, or he's taking a sack.
Now that zone cover 2 looks a whole lot better.
A whole lot better. Yes. When you're getting pressure.
Jason comes in and says, I have a good question. Why won't they move Gilliam to tight end and just open up a spot for another running back? Because we don't need another running back. Like, we have a hard time finding enough carries for the running backs that we got.
I think the running back
room's not a tight end. He's not big enough to be a tight end. He's just not.
Yeah, they like Gilliam. Dude, he's been on this roster for a while.
Mm-hmm. Bengals D is going to be absolutely atrocious. I'm here for it. Carter is young. Give up Carter and maybe somebody else.
Sure, absolutely. And if it can happen, make it happen. Is my point. You know what I mean? If they're willing to deal, there's a way to do it, and there absolutely is a way to do it. And Bean knows it. It's what. Listen, if anyone I trust with numbers that can make contracts work, it's Brandon Bean. Like, that's one really good area that Brandon Bean is really good at. Probably one of the best GMs out there as far as finances, meaning making it work, right? Each year when we're thinking, oh my God, we can't do anything, he somehow does his magic, and we wind up signing a shit ton of extensions, right? When we don't have the money, and he figures it out. So I'll give him that. If there's a guy that can do it, it can be him.
Yeah, Weston, you're right. I think the holdup isn't so much the trade for him. It's the
money.
He wants 25 a year, and he wants 80% of it like guaranteed, and like he wants 3 years guaranteed. And are you willing to sacrifice that third year or whatever?
Well, the guarantee could still be spread. I mean, they can make it somewhat. They can make it work.
Yeah, well, they can add void years and do all kinds of weird stuff to make it smaller. But
there's always a way.
Most of them at a player who's already 31. 32 or whatever.
That's maybe the main concern, his age at this point.
So
how many more years is he
year at 35 isn't great. I mean, it worked for. He's also built different than some of the other guys who turned 35. Like Jared Allen was good at that age still.
Sure. Yeah,
because his game wasn't built on just speed; it's built on technique and power, and that's very much like Hendrickson. He's built on technique and power.
Yeah,
like Miles Garrett's gonna be the same way. When he's 35, it's not gonna be a problem.
Right.
Like I said, stronger than everybody.
I would entertain it. I would definitely, like I said, if I'm Bean, and I'm sure he has, at least make the call and crunch the numbers and see what would work. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. But there's like I said, that is an opportunity there. That's there. You know what I mean? If they're willing to deal. So
yeah. DG comes in and says Moore hasn't shown anything in preseasons. Nobody has. That's the problem. Our offenses look putrid without Josh Allen out there.
It's terrible.
All more stuff, and you heard it from the beat reporters. He's looked good when Josh has been throwing him the ball.
Odd, right? Really odd. Maybe I'll tell you what, too. It's possible, and it's a bad excuse, by the way. If these players just aren't up for preseason football, Moore's just out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to make the team. I'm good with Josh. Josh is my man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying they're thinking that, but it's possible because it seemed like I didn't get any energy from anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it just seemed like, once again, hey guys, you have to go out there. It's a preseason game. You gotta just go ahead and play it.
I knew we were in trouble last night when I saw Codrington starting in the slot.
That was unbelievable. You're right. That was an indication right there that shit was not going to go good.
Night. It's gonna be a long freaking night. We got Codrington starting in the slot. It's gonna be a long night.
A fucking Webster back there.
You know, got a feeling it's gonna be a disappointing season for our Bills. I don't. I think we're gonna be just. You have Josh. You have to remember, Josh has not taken a step on the field yet.
No. I mean, he has the practice field.
Yeah, but like in a game,
no,
it's a whole different story when 17 steps on the
when
field.
the lights. Absolutely, it is. We know this. I mean, come on. We know this.
And we've seen Bosa and Ed and Groot for one series this preseason. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, so real quick before we move on. So I was watching Dan and TD today. They had like their little the show, fourth, whatever it's called. So it's him, the Jets guy, and Dan. So of course they're talking about the Bills. And here we go with TD and his predictions.
Oh, God,
dude. It's laughable, but he's
on that show. He rides so hard for his Dolphins, but when you get him on his live show, he's like such a realist.
It's odd because I've seen him.
All of them,
yeah.
But when he's with all of them, he stands hard for his team,
bro. And so they were talking. He's like, man, what? He's like, I guarantee y'all don't win more than 9 games. Y'all making playoffs. Y'all not making playoffs.
Every year.
And then Dan just was like, bro, I saw like the frustration in Dan, and Dan just like, bro, you're out of your fucking pretty much. Like, are you fucking insane? Like,
he says it every year though.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And I even put in the chat, I'm like, dude, this is the same song and dance that you've done year after year after year. The Bills lost Diggs. They're not the same. Josh Allen's not going to be what he was last year. Right? Yeah,
Josh Allen's trash.
Dude, it's like every year. It's like, when will you learn? I mean, come on, man.
It's his character. Because if you actually watch his actual channel, just him solo, he's a realist about his team.
And when he
gets on with those guys, he stands so hard for his guys.
He's Mr. Optimistic. Mr. Optimistic.
Wild. It's so wild.
Oh my God.
Parsons instead of Hendrickson. Oh, you're
absolutely. But to get Parsons, one ain't gonna happen. Because
it's gonna be a Khalil Mack type of deal. It's gonna have to be 3 or 4 first-round picks.
I don't even think that Jones is gonna pay him. Jones has done this multiple times.
He's 25.
He loves it. Yeah, but he's that. He's done it. He did it with Dak. He prolonged it. And I'll tell you what, I'll give Jerry credit. He did it with Dak. Dak broke his damn ankle, and he still paid him that year, coming off the ankle break. He could have been like, well, what? Move on from you, Dak. Like, he could have been a dick. I'm telling you, he paid everybody. He is very rare. Does that guy not wind up? He just like a Harbaugh.
He just waits until it costs him the max amount of money, and then he pays him. He doesn't ever get ahead of it. Ever.
All right, Dak. Now I'm making the highest. When he probably could have bought save some money. I know. It's amazing. Come on, Jerry. When will you learn?
Just wild. Worst case scenario for Hendrickson is he goes to the Patriots. I don't want him to go to the Patriots, though. I want to keep him out of my division.
I think, if anything,
send him to the NFC.
NFC, I do. Wouldn't it be wild if the Lions got him? Which I don't think they would do that.
Ooh.
But my God, that
him and
dude
Hutchinson together,
it would be nasty.
Because we don't know what Hutchinson's going to be coming off of that nasty.
We don't. But he's a beast.
Right.
Like, if anybody could bounce back, it's probably him.
All right, we've been an hour on. We've only talked about one of the positions, really. I mean, I guess we kind of touched on wide receiver too.
We did.
So backup quarterback, it's just a sad state in Buffalo. And it always is, and it always will be. It's gonna be Mitch. Mike White just shit the bed last night.
He did.
It wasn't just last night, because they said he also shit the bed in the Friday practice. It was the worst practice he's had.
Oh, really? So he's just regressing. Yeah. So here's the deal with Mike. I felt like in the beginning we talked about it when we did the watch party. I kind of felt like they kind of fucked him up, with having backup offensive linemen, not really any starters in the game. Like, they didn't do him any justice, but he had plays that he missed. Right? He had plays that he missed. Wide open. I mean, Terrell Shavers, he hits him in stride. He's a touchdown. So I'm just saying, like, he also had plays that he didn't hit. So yeah, I at this point, I'm not happy with either one. I got to be honest with you, but I got to go with the guy that's been there, done that. The guy,
who's actually looked halfway competent this year. Like, this is the most competent Trubisky I've seen in a couple years.
Yeah.
Like he at least he's pulling the trigger now. Like last year, he was so afraid to pull the trigger.
What we need to do, and we haven't done it since Jake Fromm, is draft a quarterback. 5th round, 6th round. Like, you need to eventually get a young guy in there and just have, you know what I mean? Like, start to work with him. Right? I mean, like
do what Green Bay used to do. You draft one in the 3rd round, and then you groom him, and then you trade him.
Yeah, you keep right. And if somebody sees them, they want, okay, you get something out, or you keep him for a while. So you never know what happens. I'm down the road. I'm just saying, like, but you're gonna have to eventually go through the draft. You can't keep signing these, these guys, these bums.
You can't, but they do.
They do, but that's their motto. I don't get it. And now, by the way, I don't want them to go out and spend $10 million. You know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous. I would never want to do that, right? Like, I whenever teams do that, Mikey, I'm like, dude, that's crazy. I would never pay that much for a backup. That is insane. That's a crazy way to spend money. You only
pay that much money for a backup when you have a rookie quarterback and you have the cap for a bridge quarterback.
Yeah,
that's the only time you pay that much money.
They're talking about Jameis probably being cut, but you probably want something decent. I mean, I wouldn't mind him here, but
is he any better than Trubisky though? Really? I don't think he is. And he doesn't know the offense.
I think he's a better arm. I'll be honest with you.
But he
arm talent, he's better. You're right. He would be behind the offense and all that. Yeah, I get that. But he's a great room guy too.
Practice squad guy.
No, it won't matter because I think if they keep Trubisky, that's it. That's signed.
Well, they're going to keep.
They're going to put Mike White. Yeah, they're going to keep Mike White in the.
I think they keep
practice squad probably. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's possible they do that too. Well, hey, it is what it is.
Jerry Jones. Yeah, Jerry Jones is becoming Al Davis. Just call it what it
is. He's just old. He's just getting caught up in his ways.
Patriots always used to draft quarterbacks to back up. Yeah, and then trade them for picks. And they just followed the same because that's what they used to do when Brett was there in Green Bay. They'd always draft one in the 3rd, 4th round. Let them play in the preseason and look really good with that elite roster because they'd play their starters except Brett. And then they trade them off.
Yep.
They ain't gonna get draft as long as Josh is in his prime. They don't want to stir the pot.
Not if he's a late round pick. I don't think anybody. And come on, nobody. I don't think anyone's gonna be like,
as long as we don't draft a USC or an OSU QB, we're good. Or Georgia.
Yeah, or Georgia. Yeah, we'll pass on that.
Okay, so we went through safety, we went through wide receiver, we went through corner.
We talked about linebacker as well, backup line depth.
And I think we talked a little bit about the defensive line because we talked about the young guys.
We did. So I think that's it, right? That's our 5, right?
Those are our 5. What do you got on tap for us tonight?
Not much tonight, guys. So let's go over to some. And boy, there's not a lot of it. We'll get some takeaways first by Bill's Wire, and then we'll do stock up, stock down. So here's some takeaways, 5 takeaways, and then we'll feed off what they got to say, Mikey. Starters nearly all sit. We know that
all set.
Pretty much
and
all
some
set.
Of the backups.
Quarterback 2 could be decided. We talked about this, so we'll skip through that. So we just ran through that. Yep. Safety position causes a concern. We talked about that. And yes, it is. So Bill's Wires, they know it's like almost like we wrote the article.
And they used DeMar missing a tackle.
Of course they did. Look at him. Oh, DeMar. And then that's it for that one. So really, let's see the stock up, stock down. And
all right,
there can't be much in stock up, stock down, bro. I mean,
wild.
I haven't even looked at it, but there can't be. All right, here we go. Stock up, stock down.
Robbins is stock up.
We'll find. Yeah, you know what? I always add people, Mikey, right? Or stock down too if they're not on the list. So stock up. They're giving it to Frank Gore.
Yeah, I thought he played well last night. Outside of the fumble,
I agree.
He was good.
Yeah, I agree. I'm good with that.
Like 70% of our offense last night.
Yeah. So look, it says Gore not only carried the football 8 times, 51 yards, 6.4 yards per carry, pretty good. But he also caught 4 or 5 targets for 30 yards.
Yep.
I mean, that's a good game for him. I have no problem with it. If it wasn't for the fumble, that man, he was our best player by far. You know what I mean? Without a doubt.
Outside of a punter.
Stock down, Bill's quarterback room.
I thought Trubisky was fine. He missed a few
was
throws.
Okay.
He was fine.
Right.
Mike White looked bad though.
Yeah. Stock up, Jordan Hancock.
Yep.
All right. And stock down, Bill's defense. The whole defense was giving the whole defense stock down.
I mean, they're not wrong.
No, they're not. No. All right. So who else? So that's done with that list. So
stock
who
up.
we add? Yeah, who we add? Stock
punter?
up, stock down.
Punter?
Absolutely. Robbins is having a good preseason, and I was very skeptical of Rob. I'm not going to lie. I was very nervous when it came to that guy, but he's having a decent preseason. There's only been maybe 2 punts where I'm like, eh. But outside of that, he's 62. You know, he booted 62 a couple times.
Flipped the field a few times for us.
Flipped the field a few. So I can't complain. Like, guy's been pretty good so far.
Stock down. Codrington.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. He totally,
like, even the returns last night were bad.
They weren't good either. He's out of here. He's done. So
stock up, Shavers.
Absolutely. And I'm
because
surprised
he showed last night on special teams too. Dude can play special teams. I don't see how we keep him off the 53.
I don't either. I really hope they don't make that mistake. But also, though, Mikey, at the same time, would you be shocked?
No.
Exactly. So,
but
I think he deserves it.
If we need that special teams guy, like, he could be this year's Matt Collins.
I'm with you. And I think I think out of all the players so far that are fighting for a roster spot, I really truly believe that Shavers has done more than enough to earn that. Right? Like, he's done everything they asked him to do.
Plus.
And some. And I thought last year he actually looked good as well. So it's almost like, dude, what else do you want from the guy?
They kept calling up Virgil over him, and I never understood why.
I don't. And by the way, Virgil got cut anyways. Like, they already cut offered. It's like, but let's see. Let's see if he's
stock up. Handler.
I like Handler.
Really good.
I like him. They just don't. I don't know if they don't see what we see. Like, start using this guy as a gadget guy. That guy has speed that that guy's electric.
He can be a returner.
He can. That's what I mean. Bro, listen. He's kind of like what we were hoping Curtis Samuel would be, right? Which Curtis Samuel was before all his injuries, which is a utility guy. Like, you can put him in running back. Remember that when we used him in running back last preseason? Yeah. He's so fast to get around the edge, bro. He is quick. Returner, punt return. You could slot him anywhere. Over the top guy once in a blue moon. I mean, think about McKenzie, what McKenzie did here. You could do that, and he's faster than McKenzie. McKenzie was fast, but Hamler is on another level. Like, he is quick, bro. But he's going to be practice squad guy. I promise you.
Yeah.
Right back
says Gore has no chance because they Raycon 25 came in and said poor Gore, he's never going to make the roster. I'm like, he has no chance to make the roster. Our room is locked up for the next 3 years,
unless there's an injury.
Yep.
And he has to get called up. Outside of that, nope.
So we went stock up, stock down, stock up. So who's our next stock down? Andreessen.
Oh, dude. Right. Why wasn't he? How was he not on that list? You're right.
They said the whole defense.
You're right. The whole defense. You're right, though. Andreessen absolutely stock down. I'm totally with you there. Gee, he was just lost on pass coverage.
Was our boy Hancock on there?
He was.
Okay.
Stock up. Yep.
Okay. I thought Deion Walker stock up.
I thought he played well. I'll give him a stock up.
You saw him in the backfield a lot.
Yeah.
I'm stock down Hamlin, and I'm going to put Hamlin and Dane Jackson together.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, that was atrocious.
You know, I'm going to say
Jackson. I mean, you can throw him in a stock down too.
Yeah. You know, Solomon stock down.
Right.
You have been unnoticeable in the first 2 games. Carter stock down. Didn't notice him at all.
Nothing.
Dorian Strong had a roller coaster game. He had some good and some bad. Stock up. Dorian Williams. You saw him out on the field and he was making hits.
Yeah.
Dorian looked good in his limited time.
It's what he does. It's what he does.
Yeah.
Right? Dude
he
can hit.
He looked good in his limited time out there.
Yeah.
It was good to see that. Stock up
Did we
for
say
a guy
Dane
who
Jackson?
didn't even play.
Stock
Yeah,
down, I think. Yeah, okay.
Stock up for a guy who didn't even play. Cam
Hmm.
Lewis. The
Okay.
fact that they didn't even play him tells
Says
you
something.
that he's going to make the 53.
Yeah, and he's constantly on this team, man. Like he's constantly making this team, man. Like he has to be one of McDermott's guys, and I don't mind him. Like I'm not even shitting on that. Like but he is a McDermott guy. Like you know, how, like there's some McDermott guys that he's one of them.
Stock up, Kendrick Green. He played multiple positions last night and actually played pretty well.
Okay. All right, so there was some stock up, more than maybe I thought, but okay. Well, I think there's more stock down, but that's okay. That was
There's a lot more stuff. I mean, we could. I was just stock up, stock down, and rotate them.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, that's fine.
All night and stock down.
Yeah,
so many people.
Holy shit! So yeah, so that's that. That's that. I got one little article here.
Okay.
By CBS, and it's quick. It's the preseason overreactions from week 2. All right. So let's get this thing going. Spencer Rattler should be Saints week 1 starter. Overreaction or reality? They're going reality.
I can't agree or disagree. I haven't followed it close enough.
Okay. So he had a decent game here. I mean, that's what they're saying.
He had a game-winning drive. He's,
Yeah. So maybe. I mean, I don't really follow them, but it seemed like he had a good game.
I haven't followed it close enough to really have an opinion on that.
Braylon Allen will have the most touches on the Jets this season, and it says reality.
I could see that.
That's crazy, right?
Brees has not been the same since he tore his ACL.
It's wild. Yeah, right. I am.
And Braylon Allen was the guy who I wanted us to draft because he's big and powerful.
Yeah, he's a good running back, but I'm surprised that Brees Hall is kind of just falling like that. Trey Lance is the backup quarterback for the Chargers. They're saying reality.
Yeah,
he's playing good.
Who's he fighting? But I thought he looked Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Heineke, who I like, by the way. So I would pick him. Now, that's a guy. If they dropped him, if they cut him, I would really consider that. I would very much consider that. I don't care if he has to get caught up on the playbook.
I think Lance has actually played well for the Chargers. I could absolutely see that.
I do too. I mean, he's and I think that Harbaugh's kind of. I'll
be perfectly honest. I would not be surprised if they kept 3 quarterbacks with how injury prone Herbert is, and with the offensive line dinged up and being shuffled around. I'm not sure. I'm just sitting with 2 quarterbacks.
It's possible. Shedeur Sanders could be the number 2 quarterback for the Browns by week 1. They're saying overreaction.
It is. Then they named Joey Flacco
starting quarterback today. Yep.
I think he'll be QB3.
I do too. I'm with you on that one.
But they're talking about keeping all 4 QBs too.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what they're doing over
there. The only way Shedeur becomes QB2 is if they cut Kenny Pickett.
That's a good. Yep. You're right.
I think he played better than Gabriel.
Kenny Pickett, boy, he was a disappointment, huh?
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was going to be something as the Pittsburgh guy. They were liking him, but he just kind of.
But you know what? He has something Josh doesn't have. Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, you're right. It's not as a starter, but you're right.
He played in it.
He did. You're right. Zach Charbonnet will lead the Seahawks in rushing. Reality.
Yeah. Like, to this point, Kenneth Walker hasn't proved that he can stay healthy. He's hurt every year.
Yep. And that's it. So do you have anybody on the Bills that you would do preseason overreactions from week 2? Like Babbitt should be fired? I think that's an overreaction.
It is.
So safe to say.
The lack of pass rush is an overreaction because we haven't seen any of the starters.
True.
We had second and third team guys going against starters last night. We weren't going to get a lot of it. Not really though. No real like overreaction. Shavers making the 53. I think that's a reality.
I do too. I am
more
McDermott.
possibly being cut.
Yeah,
that being a reality.
I can't. The way he's playing, unless something's going on in camp, right, in practice, that is, and he's looking, really good with Josh, and Josh is on. They have a connection, and there's just no way they can do that to Josh. Then okay, but if he's not, and he's doing things that he's doing in preseason and practice, you got to cut him. I got
one for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Based off of Jason's comment here, kicker's going to be a problem for the Bills this year. The reality.
I'm going to go reality. Absolutely, bro. I am shocked that the Bills have not brought in another kicker.
They did,
no,
and he wasn't good.
No, but there was 4 kickers out there at the time, right? I don't know if they're even available now, but there was one. I forget where he's from. He's the best kicker in the last 2 years. He's 41, but I don't give a shit about his age. Best kicker in the last 2 years. I would have brought him in immediately. And then there was another guy. I forget his name. He was, I think, Zerline. I think it was him. It was another one that was available who's been like the top 5 kicker over the last 2-3 years. Absolutely. Like, you can't fuck around with this stuff, man. And you don't even know what Bass is going to be when he gets back. You have no idea. He's missed so much time, bro. That is a risky play. Once again, they are just, I don't know what they're doing, but they're just taking some really big risks. Field goal kicking is very important. Very important. So we'll see, man. But I'm not confident at all. And I wasn't confident to begin with when healthy.
Yeah,
so
I got 2 for you.
Yeah.
One, based off of last night, Ty Johnson has more touches than Ray Davis this year.
Ooh.
Ty Johnson didn't play. Ray Davis did.
I'm going to go reality.
Yeah.
Because I think Ty Johnson first, he looked sharp week 1.
Ty Johnson is RB2.
And yeah, and you know what? I think so. And I got to say too, he's a bruiser running back too. It's not like he can't run between the tackles. He could shed some tackles, man. Like, you know what I mean? And he has speed. So I think you're right, bro. That could be a reality. I'm with you on that.
I want to hit on Weston's comment here. He says, in your guys' opinion, was DeMar bad? DeMar was bad last night.
Yes.
DeMar was bad.
Yes.
He was late. He missed multiple tackles. He was out of position. DeMar was bad last night. That doesn't mean he's a bad player. He was just bad last night.
That was one of the worst performances I've seen.
I've never seen DeMar play that bad before. Ever.
Yeah, that was one of the worst. That was one of the worst. He's had some stinkers. He's had some stinkers,
but not like that.
That was a shit performance. And once again, I will say it. Were these players just out there? You know what I mean?
That's what it seemed like.
Let's just get the game.
Get through the game.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just get this thing over with.
Like.
You know, it felt that way. Watching it, we watched it. I didn't see no energy.
Shavers over more, please.
It may happen.
I think they keep 6 wide receivers or put Samuel in IR. I think they go Samuel to IR, and then they have Moore and Shavers. That's what I want, because I want Moore over Samuel, and they can't get off of Samuel.
Right.
You know, Walter comes in and says, if we cut Moore, do people really feel comfortable with the idea of Samuel? We can't stay healthy. No. But if you have KJ Handler as the backup to pull up once,
and there's
once Samuel goes down,
and there's
if they do cut Moore.
If they and he can and he's
like,
just
honestly, I would like to see him cut Moore and Samuel and just have Sanders or KJ and Shavers.
Like I said, I'm just really disappointed. Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
I'm just really disappointed what I've seen from Moore. But once again, I said it earlier. Maybe they're seeing something in the practice that we're not seeing.
Sal Capaccio put out that in the Friday practice, Josh and Moore were just in fuego. They couldn't stop.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. So we're seeing one thing, but maybe the coaches are seeing another.
Just lit up the practice on Friday.
Well, there you go. Like that's my point. Like we can only talk about what we're seeing. That's the problem, right? Now and then like you said, Sal Capacio's seeing what he sees in practice. So
And it
or
was not
enjoying
just Sal.
practice.
It was a lot of them. I just
Well, you know what I mean.
Sal's-
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like,
Sal
you know
was
what
the
I mean.
one
Like,
I listened to.
guys
the
that are
most
actually
because-
at the
yeah.
guys that are there is what I'm saying.
Well, Sal.
We're
Sal
only
is
seeing what
the
we see.
Team reporter, so he's actually in the building and like, you know, on the
Yeah.
sidelines with them. So I listen to what he has to say a lot.
Okay.
Hamlin is not the second best safety on our team, though. He's not.
No, fuck no, he's not. No.
Like I'm with Tommy. I would still prefer to start Hancock over Hamlin. I think it's gonna be
I would
Bishop
do
that's
it.
gonna start. He has the higher ceiling, but if we had to start one of them, I'd have Hamlin as a safety 4.
I got a hot take, and I'm going to stick with it. And I said it a week ago.
Hamlin
Hamlin will be your starting safety week 1. He will be next to Rapp. I'm calling it right now.
I don't know how McDermott can justify after watching that performance last night.
I get it, but I'm going to call it right now. I have a weird feeling that Damar Hamlin's going to be starting.
And when that happens, you're lucky I'm not close to you because I'd throat punch you for putting that in the air, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that bad juju on me, Ricky Bobby.
You know what? That's funny, Mikey. Like, I didn't put it in there. You know who put it in there last week? Sean McDermott. He said
and
it.
Then he had to eat his words last night because he looked like shit.
No, I get it, but he put it in there. He said it. You know what I mean? If he's suggesting it, I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, dude. Hamlin just looks so fast.
Andy Isabella. I forgot all about Andy Isabella.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Well, Packers about to cut Romeo Dobbs. The only problem with Romeo is, man, he has stone hands. I love Romeo, but, man, he has some stone hands at times.
He does.
He'll make the fantastic catch and then drop the easiest one in the world.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we pick any receiver up unless it's a really good receiver that happened to get cut for some odd reason. I don't know if we're picking up any receiver. I think we have enough now. We're already trying to figure out what to do with Shavers, right? Like, and who to put on IR and cut, or I just don't. And like I said, unless it's somebody that they
That's
just
the reason
can't
why we didn't
pass
sign
up.
Isaiah Bond or any of these other guys that are out there.
Right.
I might have to put this out there. If Hamlin's the starters, because you guys keep saying this, I might have to boycott Mafia Sports Report.
Boycott our own channel, huh?
Yep.
Jeez, thanks.
I have to boycott it because you guys keep telling me that Hamlin's going to start. Stop putting that out in the ether, man.
Oh my God. Mike is going to boycott himself.
He's just going to be gone. He's just going to be gone because Hamlin's starting. Can't watch it. I won't be back until he's not.
I'm not going to be happy with. That's just the way.
I won't be back until Hamlin's gone.
You know who else thinks that way? Dan Mitchell says he thinks DeMar's also going to get the nod. I just have a weird feeling.
I'm about to boycott all you fools then. No content creation for Mike.
Nothing
not
for
watching
Mike.
any of them.
He's turning it all off, baby.
Turning it all off until DeMar's no longer the starter. Then I'll be back.
Oh my God.
Time to go to local bars and ask who can kick a football, right?
So, do we have any guys? We do this part now. You have any questions for AI? I'll pop it on the screen here. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Let's pop it up real quick.
Man,
Sometimes
you ruined my night talking about DeMar starting week 1. I was in such a good mood until you said that.
I'm sorry.
Just ruined my night, man.
Do you have a question for Grok? How about the DeMar thing?
Why does Tommy always have to crap on Mikey's good time?
You want to ask about DeMar if DeMar's going to start?
No.
With DeMar Hamlin?
I don't want Grok to tell me yes. I don't want that to happen.
That would really ruin it for you. That would kill your night.
I don't need that. Tommy's Hamlin going to start.
Jason, go. Well, hey, I got to go with what the chat is asking. All right, here we go. DeMar Hamlin start at safety for the Bills in 2025. All right, here we go. Let me make them happy and capitalize that. All right, here we go. Oh, man, let's get the quick answer, all right? Oh, boy, Croc is thinking it doesn't want to upset you. So Mikey. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. Coaching staff support. McDermott has praised Hamlin. All right, let's see here. All right, here a conclusion. DeMar Hamlin is not guaranteed to start at safety for the Bills in 2025. While he started 14 games in 2024 and has the support of the coaching staff, he faces strong competition from Cole Bishop, who is favored to take over the starting role alongside Rapp. So that's pretty much it. So Grok has your back.
At this point, it's more likely that Hamlin will serve as a backup.
Mikey's so loving Grok right now.
They wanted to see Grok say yes.
Oh,
the
chat's
and
so
then me
wanted
meltdown.
it.
That's what they
Absolutely.
wanted.
Yeah, you would have been like, fuck Grok, fuck AI.
I don't know if I would have
bullshit.
come back on the screen. It would have been the good night for Mike.
Who trusts AI anyways?
Nope.
Oh man.
Nope. Not gonna do it. Can't
All
play
right.
with them.
Anybody else before we get to the real men of
Will
genius?
Josh Allen ever win a Super Bowl?
Oh my god, that's such a mean kind of question. All right, let's see here. Will Josh Allen ever win a Super Bowl?
The fact that he's the only quarterback ever to have 6 playoff wins and 20 plus touchdowns and not even be there.
It's a shame. Yeah, not even gone there yet.
Is just ridiculous.
All right, let's see what they say. God, give us a good answer here. Give us a good answer. What if it says not as long as Sean McDermott's head coach?
That's just going to be fuel to your fire.
Dude,
And every time that comment comes up, you're going to go to Grok and say, Grok even tells me that.
Dude, I would screenshot that and send it all over. All right. All right. Conclusion. Josh Allen has a strong chance to win a Super Bowl in his career, given his elite talent, playoff experience, and long-term commitment to the Bills. So basically in a nutshell, he is, however, without specific improvements and some luck, avoiding the Chiefs or capitalizing on their decline, it's not guaranteed. Jesus, man. The Chiefs. Fucking Chiefs. So, yeah, I mean, they say he has a chance.
He does have a chance.
Will McDermott get fired? All right, last one.
No. My Magic 8 Ball says not likely. Or cannot read. Ask again later.
Oh, you bastard. Hold on. I got another one pulled up. It's all right.
You know you only asked 2 questions.
I know, but Grok is being picky lately. That's all right. I got another one, so we're good.
What's going on, Key?
What up, Keys? All right. Here we go. Will Sean McDermott ever be fired? Will he ever be fired in fucking year 25?
Make sure you say bye Buffalo Bills because he has been fired before.
Yeah, right. Bye the Buffalo Bills. Will he ever in fucking year 25?
Oh. Terry Pagula might just end up being the new Steelers and keep him until they decide they want to retire.
He's out there in his wheelchair, just fucking walking. The team's recent coaching change with special team. The Bills. So I didn't really get an answer there. It says, despite his success, McDermott has faced criticism. I don't really see the answer.
Right here, yeah, it's right here. Internal sentiment is the Bills organization is safe.
Boy. Reports indicate that there's never been a consideration from inside the Bills organization to move on from him. He has an excellent bastard.
Ruin your
that's
night.
it.
Ha, sucker.
Son of a bitch. All right, let's get to
McClappy in his wheelchair.
Yeah, terrible. All right, let's get to The Real Men of Genius. Let's pop this bad boy
Real
up.
Men of Genius.
All right, I'll probably do two
Hello,
tonight.
Mafia Sports Report guy.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Dishonest Cable TV Hooker-Upper.
Mr. Dishonest Cable TV Hooker-Upper.
On any given day, somewhere between 9 and 4:30, you arrive ready to bring us the world. And for an extra 20, you'll bring us porn.
A naughty, naughty boy.
Hey, you've already got the van and the jumpsuit. Why not get into criminal activity?
Just a naughty boy.
After all, what are they going to do? Throw you in cable jail?
I don't think so.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, manhandler of the Scrambler, because isn't it about time someone hooked you up?
Mr. Dishonest Cable TV Hooker-Upper.
How bad that has aged. Does people have cable anymore?
I'm sure they do, but you're right. Back in the day, I'm not gonna lie.
You dropped the extra 20 on him, didn't you?
Back in my day, yeah.
Except
man.
nowadays it's not 20, it's like 200.
I'll play one more and we'll get out of here. Let's see, which one do I want to play here? There's some good ones there. Okay,
We
let's
have to do one with Tommy as the Mr. Mafia Sports Report guy.
We'll go with this one.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
This 4th of July, we salute you, Mr. Backyard Bug Zapper Inventor.
Mr. Backyard Bug Zapper Inventor.
Not content to harmlessly repel insects with lotion, you discovered a way to fry them with electricity until their bodies explode.
Zap-kaboom.
Ah, the sounds of summer. Crickets chirping, birds singing, the blood-curdling scream of a moth having 700 volts of electricity shoot through its body.
Music to my ears.
Every night, a magical explosion of exoskeleton and insect goo that can only mean one thing. Summer's here.
Die, bugs, die.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. June Bug Blaster, then sit back and watch the fireworks.
Mr. Backyard Bug Zapper Inventor.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch.
Oh
You know what
my
that reminds
God.
me of? And Grown Up, when Adam Sandler's making bacon on it and he feeds it to him when he guy eats a moth.
Oh, yeah. I love this, man.
Jason said he
All
was
right.
told by the local cable company they're switching to streaming instead of traditional cable.
I think if in time, there is still cable out there, but in time, I think that's the route. Even like DirecTV Dish now. I think DirecTV even has streaming service now, so they're all going to that now. There's no more reason to have a cable, and the way that everything's going right now, you just have to have internet and you're good to go. And every TV now is smart TV. Every TV, you don't even need to have a Fire Stick or anything. All these TVs come with stuff like that already.
I have one that is not. I have a 65 hanging on my wall that is not a smart TV.
New TV? It's
I
rare.
bought it probably about 5 years ago.
That's what I'm thinking about. New TVs, like TVs that are coming like now, it's rare. Like, I don't know if there's any TV that's not a smart TV now. Like, remember before that was a big deal. Smart TV, smart TV,
right? And now Amazon
God.
and all those guys partnered with the TV company, so now they make them smart TVs.
Yep. Smart. All right, man. So
NFL
that
Plus,
was
baby. NFL Plus.
Yeah, that was
and they're
tonight's
crazy
episode.
cheap nowadays,
bro. Right? I remember, Mikey, and we'll get out of here, I guess, after this. But I remember way back when I was growing up, I bought a 27-inch tube TV, and I thought I was so cool, bro. And it was $250, and that was a cheap one. It was like some weird brand, but they were expensive, dude. And then I finally got enough money to buy a projection TV.
Yeah, the rear projections, the big box one. That was the first one. I bought a 55. Yeah, I bought a 55 rear projection box one, and it cost me like $3,000.
They're expensive.
And I was so excited.
Yes,
it was wild,
dude. But I gotta say, I had mine forever. I bought it for like $1,000. It was like open box.
The rear projection, you could like see the little spider web in the corner.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what, you were able to put like shit on top of the VCRs and like it was huge. But bro, those things were heavy. But mine lasted forever.
Yeah, the
but
LCDs were too. Like Weston's saying here, like it was like 2001 when I bought that rear projection one for like $3,000, and I was so excited. It was a 55-inch. It was like box TV. Like it ended up in my brother's garage for like 10 years.
Right? See, it lasted. I'm telling you, those TVs.
And then like you would turn it on and you would like see the spider webs in his garage, like in the corner to the
the good old days. But you're right. Though TVs now you can buy them so cheap.
Yeah, and they're so light. They just hang on the wall.
They're so light, bro. They got no weight to them. But yeah, that's crazy. You would think TVs will get more money because things always go up in price but no, it's like they went and then there's even the cheapy brands you could buy for a really dirt cheap if you don't mind a cheap, like knock a weird brand,
weird brand
it's
name.
Wild. Yeah, dude. Anyways, man, it was great. I had a great time tonight. It was
hanging in my house.
Toshiba. They used to make really good TVs. Remember? And I think they still do.
Yeah, I have two. No, three.
But there was what was the other one? Zenith, right? Made TVs and
Zenith,
Hitachi made. I don't think Hitachi
made the RCAs and all those.
You're right. Forgot about Sears,
Sony
TVs, Sony, Sears,
RCA was a big one back in the day.
Big time, bro. That was a big time RCA. All right, I'm done. Magnavox. All right.
Yeah, right. You can get like actually, Wesley, I think I saw one the other day. You can get like a 70 or 75 now for like that price.
Dude, I saw so I bought my 86-inch TV for $1,700, right?
An 80?
Was it 86-inch for it's an LG. I love it. That's why I watch all my Bills games. So I think I paid $1,799, so $1,800. Bro, I looked the other day just to see what they're going for. I saw one for $1,100.
I might get one. I'm putting a golf simulator in my garage room that I built, and it's going to be like where I watch my games and stuff. And I was thinking I might just get me a big old giant TV rather than the projection.
Dude, they're fucking great. I will say this though, Mikey. I use a projection in my room. I bought it cheap off eBay, like a knockoff weird, but I never heard of it. I paid like $170, bro. It's been in there since I think I bought it in 2017. Phenomenal. I can't complain. Like honestly,
which one do you like better? Your 86 or the?
No, the 86. But I'm talking about just in your room chilling, watching TV in your bed, bro. That shit goes. It's like it goes up to 100-inch. I only use like 80, but that's for 175. And I'm telling you, it's a pretty good deal. So I'm not I'm not mad at all. But no, the 86 is my baby. That's over there in the living room. I got it right here. Is this 65?
Yeah,
where the Bills Mafia flag is right behind it.
Nice.
So.
All right.
Yeah, why not, man? Anyways, guys, I can't believe we got on TV. So
it happens. We'll be back Friday night for the final
Friday night
the game.
Yeah, 9 p.m. I'm not sure if Mafia Talks can go live this week, guys, but the best thing to do is obviously to hit the notification bell. That's way when anytime we go live or when a video is uploaded. But this was a much better. Actually, you know what? I was thought about yesterday. It was actually fun. I had a good time, regardless how shitty we played. It was still fun with you guys. Always fun with you, Mikey. And we'll be back Friday, like you said at 9 p.m.
They made me mad last night. I had a great.
That's what I mean with the chat.
Dropping F-bombs and
they did.
But I didn't. Yesterday.
They irritated. Yeah, I don't know about mad. I was never mad. I had a good time with you guys. So, anyways, Bills Mafia, we love you. And as always, go Bills. Peace.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.